Hey, what's going on, my man? Cash or crypto?
Zero.
He said zero, ladies and gentlemen. Zero.
Turn it into a U. Cut the top off and make it into a U.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. I have no idea what that man just said.
20 minutes later.
What's your name, sir?
Peter.
Peter, nice to meet you. I'm Hanak.
And
All right, I need to know, man. What were you talking about earlier?
I was talking. Well, the dollar, if you zero it out, would be worth a negative $26 trillion. So if you had a zero, a dollar would be worth a $26 trillion. And in order to do this would be global debt forgiveness and a nuclear disarmament program, a STAR program in space for a type of metaphysical 3D printing material that you could basically 3D print anything with, especially if you use 3 hadron colliders, you could create an artificial star in space because a hadron collider, I don't think it accounts for gravity or the spin of Earth in a proper way. So in space, it would be a much better bet to have a better fusion and fission reaction, and we could 3D print space stuff, spaceships and other things like that to go to Mars and other places in space, and also we could have that type of metaphysical material for 3D printing here on Earth.
Do you think they could turn that into an NFT?
Yeah. I'm sure if Elon Musk would tweeted it, I'm sure they could.
Do you think that there are people with opposing viewpoints? And if there are, what would they say to you right now?
Probably total disbelief and how easy is this to do? I mean, it would be so simple to do global debt forgiveness and focus on the things which people really need, which is automation for food, clothing, and shelter, in artificial intelligence, a type of mind-to-technology interface, and pulling the collective mind and generating artificial intelligence from that, which would be very, very easy to do. I mean, it's so simple, but people seem to get hung up on all of these little details and not just jump on it and do it like Nike.
Do it like Nike. Are you not worried about the machines turning against us and destroying the world?
No, I mean, it's with the 3D printing, that's pretty simple. But with the AI, it's more complicated. The Kabbalah is actually a very great visual diagram, which is multidimensional, that has already understood all of the workings of our individual mind. And if we use an artificial intelligence in the same way, we could use a similar type of model. Having a mind-to-technology interface would allow us to have a lot more free time. If we went to school and we pulled the collective mind, it could do all the menial work which we now do, and we could just think up ideas and have the technology log the idea and then ship it out to some AI, which is generated from somebody who isn't doing anything but just relaxing, educating themselves even more. Through automation, they could even create better and greater ideas, and we could see a world with portals and doorways and us going into space and Mars, and I think these types of ideas would be great, but also even cloning our own selves and having the people of the world today have clones and mixed clones to do all of the more menial scientific work, but that's kind of a little bit more far out there. I think the very basic would be to focus on a global zero through global debt forgiveness and a global nuclear disarmament program, and using the atomic instead of using the atomic reactions or the atoms inside these nukes to create an artificial star program.
Are you concerned about the aliens visiting our planet?
Well, we are the aliens.
We are the aliens.
Oh yeah.
How do you figure that?
I don't know. Well, if you look at sonograms, and if you look at the child in its very uh, in its very early infancy, it's an alien. I mean, it is definitely an alien. And with our latent metaphysical capabilities, which we have ingrained in us, like I'll show you some pictures
Of
uh,
aliens?
of some sonograms. Actually, if you look up sonograms on the internet, you can
Like
see
like aliens in bellies and babies?
it looks like an alien. Yeah, I mean, it looks just like an alien, and um, and it could possibly be. Thoth in his Emerald Tablet talks about dissolvable beings, and then the Norwegian people have a concept of a seer, and those are also dissolvable beings, which are actual because we have a metaphysical capability inside of us, and it's so latent and powerful because we are children of God, made in the image of God, as Elohim. Our body's a temple for the Holy Spirit, and we are kings over our own castle, which is our mind. And Socrates has a famous quote. All I know is that I know nothing, because everything he was knowing or thinking he knew, he would create metaphysically in his real corporeal physical reality. And these aliens could just be shadows that we generate. Here, I'll show you some pictures
Pictures of some aliens?
of some babies in the womb. Actually, yeah,
Aliens?
they look certainly like a whole lot like aliens.
You know, my wife has birthed 3 of our kids. One of them definitely came out looking like an alien at first.
So cute. My gosh. It's so amazing. And so here's a kid that looks like a car.
That looks like a car.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's a kid?
Yeah. That's a kid. It's his metaphysical capabilities. They're all unhinged and
It looks like someone's
and-
birthing a Tesla. Now go back down to the other one.
yeah.
Yeah, that one. That's a kid.
Yeah. It's a kid that's transformed himself into a car.
You know, they made a movie about that. I think they call it Transformers. All right, go ahead. What's this?
This is a kid with a
A
cell
def-
phone.
Oh, wow. Kid with a cell phone.
Look at it. Looks
Wow.
just like a cell
I've never
phone.
seen anything like that.
And
Like
then-
like a
and then-
BlackBerry.
And then here's a really
Whoa! You ever
really
seen the
ear-
show? You ever seen the movie Aliens versus Predator?
Aliens vs. Predator. Yeah.
Dude, that
it's
Joker-
exactly where they get it from.
That little Joker looks like a straight
Oh
alien.
my gosh, it's just amazing.
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
So yeah.
Wait, are you sure those are not like fabricated? Like someone, like they have like, I don't know, computer graphics
If you look up sonograms on the internet, you can
internet?
find all these. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then here's an ancient
Oh wow.
grown baby that was taken out of the womb probably prematurely, and it grew up, and that's what it looks like. It looks like a gray blue alien.
You're right, man. You're right. You nailed it, bro. I mean, all my life, I've always known there were aliens. I didn't know that the alien was us.
Yeah. We still have to propagate the universe, but that should be pretty simple to do.
Do you think that the U.S. government is well aware of the alien phenomena?
The baby phenomenon.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I definitely think so. It's getting to the point of the inception, seeing the finality, and the finality becoming from the place of creating something to becoming the thing it's creating transcendentally through transcendence.
I've seen that movie before.
Yeah. So it's just like that movie. If you think about like that metaphysics and transforming seamless nothingness into something, which is the atom.
Metaphys. What do you think about the metaverse?
Oh yeah, it's very interesting. The multiverse and the parallel universe. It's all very great. The Maya, actually, Krishna has a lot to say, and so he's a great figure in Kabbalah, and thus Christianity and Judaism. He's seen as Krishiel and Camiel, and he has a term about the Maya illusion. And if we look at the spectrum of the sun, we live in a sun that has the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple spectrum, and at the center of our universe we have a great big purple bubble. So we're very rich and dense in the gamma ray spectrum, and if we lower our tone, we could actually maybe even possibly see parallel universes dwelling right here on top of us.
When you say lower our tone, do you mean bring my volume down?
All physical corporeal reality, all physicality is nothing more than light condensed to a slow vibration.
I knew that.
So if we lower our tone even further, then we could see different physical realities dwelling right here on top of us.
I feel like I learned this in physics in the 11th. Is this the stuff they teach in school?
I don't know. I learned this. I heard a TED talk on it or something like that,
TED is useful for those
or
things.
YouTube. I'm not sure which one.
Dude, listen, say less. I believe everything I read and see on the internet.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be great, especially like Einstein's spooky action at a distance, portals and doorways. I mean, we don't have to fly to Mars. We could just walk into a doorway and get there immediately, or we could even peer into a world that's already full of life on Mars if we are able to see the different spectrums through the Maya illusion.
Are you in any way related to Elon Musk?
No, I'm not.
Is Elon Musk your spirit animal?
Nope. No.
No relation?
No relation. No.
Would you consider yourself a genius?
No.
I think you're a genius.
I appreciate that. I think we're all. I think intellect is very easy. As I said, we're made in the image of God, but we don't even think, because when we try to think, we actually transform our reality. So we are actually dulled down, I think, in a lot of ways. Because if we were to really walk in our own Maya as we should be, we'd be kings or lords over our own world. But maybe that's the future of the tree of life and walking into doorways and in our own portals and universes.
You ever seen the movie Avatar?
Yeah. That's a great movie. Yeah, I think the history of the universe could go like Halo the video game, Dragon Ball Z the TV show, Avatar the Last Airbender, and
Alien versus Predator?
Atlantis, the
The second one, not the first one, right?
Lost Continent or whatever.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, so and then we get into anthropology and archaeology and Egyptianology. Those, well, it's actually starting with the War Scroll, which was depicting the light being overthrown by the children of darkness, by the children of light, which Thoth's in his Emerald Tablet describes as the children of bondage. And at around that same time period in Hindu culture, we see these sculptures of people who are monkeys in the monkey kingdom, the Dwarpa kingdom, and the Egyptian kingdom, and in this Egyptian. So I think Krishna and his Dwarpa kingdom actually created Atlantis from a knowing from our finality and bringing that knowing down into his past. But because of the Maya illusion and the quantum paradox of the transference loop, the I, it actually just Maya'd out.
I've never heard of the loop,
Oh yeah, that's very Kabbalah. It's very Kabbalah. It's all part of it's all part of the Kabbalah tree of life in the Zohar.
Is the Kabbalah the reason why your hair is like that?
No.
What's that about?
Oh,
I've never seen a fade that strong.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I really appreciate your time, sir. Peter, it's been great to meet you, sir.
No problem. It's been great.
What's your major?
Business, actually.
You about to make that bread?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I started an organization called Renew Africa, and our mission is to enable and equip the next generation of Africa with renewable resources, agriculture, and education. I would like to use drones to start up the reforestation project, the Green Wall of Africa, that northern part of Africa, and connect the Green Wall of Africa with the Green Wall of Asia through Arabia, and turn all of the Arabian lands into a lush forest with China's new soil technology that transforms like desert-like arid areas into forests.
Where can I follow you on social media?
You can find me on Renew Africa on Instagram, and it's Renew_Africa. And also, you can find me on Instagram as well under melak.a.uziel.or.egel.f. And it's interesting on there. I have a bunch of stuff on Kabbalah. It could weed away some of these misunderstandings. It's basically just id and ego. It's very, very simple. Id and ego, self and other. All of this craziness that Christianity and all these religions have kind of picked up on. It's a way to look at the self you have a body and you have a brain, and the stuff that goes on in between can be kind of seen through this Kabbalah tree of life if you look at it in that way. But it's not your tree of life, it's a tree of life. But you are a tree of life. Adam Kadmon dwells inside of you, or as the Hindus put it, the Atman. And they also have said, don't look in another, but look within your own self. Have faith, as the Christians have said, to walk on water and move mountains. Not faith in a man to die as a human sacrifice. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Um, and also, and the Hindus have also said some great things about being a self-sufferer, bearing your own burden, not bearing your brother's burden, but bearing your burden. Because the burden is very light. It's the burden of the body. And death is actually something created by man. It's not something which exists in nature.
There's no such thing as death.
No, it's created by Abraham. In the Bible, he has decreed that we die at 120 for some particular reason. Maybe because this whole creation of man and giants and all sorts of other stuff. So now that we're entering into the space age, we can now do away with this old death system, and we can walk into our true godly and lordly self as immortals and lords.
Hey, when you immortalize your bank account, make sure I can invest. I
Yes.
appreciate you, my guy.
I certainly will. Have a good one.
Have a good day, bro.